Man, I feel like it's been a long ass time since I've done an intro on a Call of Duty loading screen, let alone one that said ambush on it. Anyway, yeah, this is the Call of Duty 4 remastered. I just wanted to talk about it for a few minutes, I guess, over a gameplay. I can't remember what the score is. I think I got 40 something kills and probably 20 something deaths because I'm bad. But I think that's kind of irrelevant these days because it's not on console and it's not the current Call of Duty games. So good luck getting a lot of kills. Unless, of course, you're playing on shipment, which in that case, that doesn't count either. But I'll get to shipment, don't worry. Anyway, I've got a few hours into the game so far, and honestly, overall, like, not including any of the stupid shit I'm about to list off, I think it's really fun. I really like it, and I think that overall, they did a good job, and I'm hoping that, at least on PC, it will revive the Call of Duty 4 community because, well, I shouldn't say that because Call of Duty 4 is still pretty popular, but it didn't have matchmaking in it, so it was kind of a whole different scene than something like this with matchmaking. So before you say I'm bitching about stuff, which I am going to bitch about stuff, I paid $80 for this shit. I don't have Infinite Warfare installed, and I don't plan on installing it. It looks fucking stupid to me. I paid $80 for this. I can nitpick if I want, I guess, even though this is basically a $20 add-on to the game I'm never going to play. So real quick, I just want to touch on some PC issues. Number one being, well, for some people at least, FPS drops. And me, I haven't had any of that. Actually, I did sort of, and it was a weird glitch that had to do with full screen. So I changed full screen windowed, and voila, no more problems. And yeah, then the other problem with FPS is it's capped at 91 still. It's been capped at 91 in Call of Duty games since Modern Warfare 2, I know, at the very least, and probably before that too, honestly. And I don't know why. Like, I have a 144 Hz monitor. I don't want to play at 91 FPS. I want to play at 144 because I know my computer is capable of getting that. So why am I being locked at this? I tried to go and dig around a bit through the configuration files, and unfortunately, it seems like most of the ones, apart from the key bindings, are sort of encrypted in a way, and I think until somebody figures out how to decrypt those, it's kind of a lost cause to change anything in there. But that also kind of ties in with the other, it's not really FPS, but FOV. So they did include an FOV slider, and I don't know why they can't just add a number for the slider. Like, you just have to, I don't get it. PC people are used to using FOV by the number. I want to play at 90 FOV, I set it to 90 FOV. That's how I've always done it. I don't know why. Even in the other Call of Duties, you could change your FOV from the console like that. You type in the number you wanted, but no, it's just a slider. I don't know why they're doing that in the current Call of Duties. It's quite annoying. And also, it doesn't, I don't think at least, it doesn't change your weapon FOV. It just changes your overall field of view. So your weapon doesn't get zoomed out at all, or if it does, it's not very much. Something like this is what I'm used to seeing in a Call of Duty game. This is a screenshot from Call of Duty 4 normal game with, I think 85 was the highest field of view you could get in that. Better yet, I found this picture when I was looking for the other one, and this kind of explains it better. On the left, you see the default field of view, and it's zoomed in, I think, at 65 field of view, like normal. Then on the right, it's zoomed out, and that's just what I'm used to. So it kind of sucks that it's not really like that. View model field of view, that's what that's called. I don't know why I was saying zoomed out. Just random thoughts, but yeah, that's what it's called. View model field of view, as well as normal field of view. There's also apparently a mouse sensitivity issue, or it's some kind of stuttering thing. I haven't noticed that myself, so I can't really speak much for it, but I was watching some streams earlier, and I heard it being talked about, and I think I even saw a community guide on Steam that was talking about that, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think there must be some kind of problem if multiple people are having it. Now, Activision has already confirmed that they are going to be fixing the FPS issues, supposedly, for PC, and some problem with SLI and Crossfire. I don't know, because I don't have that bullshit. And yeah, that's really the extent to what they've said they're going to fix. That doesn't say anything about unlocking FPS or field of view. I'm not counting on the field of view thing, but the FPS is really, like, we're still locking FPS in games in 2016? What the fuck? That's really all there is as far as PC specific issues go. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, there's always going to be crashes and other bullshit on day one. And I mean, really, you just got to update your drivers and kind of do what you can to get around it. It's really stuff like that's really touchy depending on your system. But yeah, anyway, on to actual gameplay problems. And this is kind of the part that I thought was a little bit funny, and I mean funny both in as in haha and in like what that's kind of weird. So yeah, let's get into that. For starters, and this is a kind of funny, weird funny and haha funny one. The Activision, or maybe it was Call of Duty Twitter sometime back, answered somebody's question when they asked if Modern Warfare Reflex what is this, the fucking Nintendo Wii? Modern Warfare Remastered was going to have dedicated servers or not, and they probably asked about Infinite Warfare 2, but who cares? And they said yes, which I'm pretty sure they have been for every Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 3, which just honestly isn't true, unless their dedicated servers and my dedicated servers definitions are two completely different things. Literally in the first couple hours, first probably hour of playing this, there was a host migration. So that tells me that it's hosting off of somebody else's connection, which also ties into there's no connection status. There's no way to see your ping. They didn't even give 1 to 4 bars, which was shit in the first place. But I thought you could check by going onto your start menu, but that just tells you like basic information about your connection and shit. It doesn't tell you even your ping or connection to the server or to the person that's hosting the lobby. So what the fuck? It's PC. Why is that not there? And I'm assuming it is not there on consoles either. That's why I didn't put it in the PC category. I'm assuming there's nothing on consoles either. But if there is, then why? Alright, so this next part is going to be sort of nitpicky and sort of like, what the fuck? On Infinity Ward's part, or whoever remastered it, I don't remember. And speaking of remaster, that's kind of the whole topic. So, by dictionary definition on dictionary.com, it says remaster is to make a new master tape or record from an old master tape, usually to improve the fidelity of an old recording. So, for example, if you take Metallica's Ride the Lightning album, they remastered it some years back in the 2000s to make it digital from the old recording, which makes it sound better, essentially. And also, with movies, they remaster them. I think they remastered the Back to the Future movies, too, to make them better suited for HD TVs and to look better on HD TVs, because those movies came out in the 80s. So, I'm not sure what they're using, where these guys are getting their definition of remaster from for this game. Updating visuals is one thing, like that's a remaster. If you update the textures, that's a remaster. What was The Last of Us remastered? I'm pretty sure they just updated the textures and whatnot to look better on PS4 because it originally came out on PS3, did they not? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I didn't play it, but that is, I believe, how that went. So shouldn't that be a similar concept with this? I can understand changing some overlays to make it a little bit more modern, like their fucking Call of Duty Ghosts or whatever. You know, if you look at the bottom left, you got the scoreboard, the progress bar on the bottom for your level is there, which is actually cool because it hasn't been in the last few Call of Duty games, and I always thought it was neat that it was there. But it is different. Your ammo is slightly different, and your kill streak thing on the bottom is slightly different as well. But they changed the gameplay too. Now, for the most part, it does still feel like Call of Duty 4. The M16 is still overpowered, Juggernaut is still fucking annoying, and I'm still not going to be excited for when people start unlocking triple frag grenades and start spamming them on shipment. But you can tell that they changed something. I don't know if they changed the engine to an updated one, if they changed it to their Call of Duty Ghosts one, and then tried to get it dialed in to like Call of Duty 4. I'm not sure what they did, but it's different For one, the spawns are fucked on some maps. Shipment was always a clusterfuck, but it is screwed right now. You can literally have people spawning in your face, and you can shoot through the cargo containers, and you're almost guaranteed to get a hit marker every time with any gun you're using. So, yeah, it's kind of fucked. I literally even saw an odd shot from a Twitch stream where a guy had spawned at the beginning of the match. He ran to throw a grenade somewhere, and he got shot, and he literally spawned on top of his own grenade. He threw, it dropped when he died to the floor. He spawned into his own grenade, and it killed him. Like, what is that? When I'm thinking about these spawns, I wish I had a British accent so I could say, "What the fuck?" But seriously, that's not even the only thing they changed. Weapon recoil changed on some stuff. I think at least the shotgun feels way shittier than it was in Call of Duty 4, and a couple other things. Just the weapon feels a little bit different, but why would they change this shit? Another example is that I saw a video where it was impossible to get a collateral with a Barrett 50 cal if two people were at full health and got shot center of mass, but you could one-shot somebody doing the same thing with an M16. And by one-shot, I mean you could get a one-shot burst collateral with an M16. So, something got touched. Anyway, we're only on day 2 of the game's release, and I don't know how important it is to the developers. I believe it wasn't Infinity Ward that did it, and I don't think they'll be necessarily handling any updates and whatnot that comes out. We'll just have to see, but I think some stuff will get fixed. I'm sure the spawns will get tweaked, and maybe that collateral bug. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just hoping that it ends up working out for everybody, and maybe somebody on PC will unencrypt the configuration files and hopefully be able to give us a numeric field of view and maybe view model FOV and unlocked FPS. Unlocked FPS is probably the biggest one because you can get used to FOV, but I mean being at 91 FPS kind of sucks. But again, though, just to reiterate, I think the game is great, and I think that they did do a good job with it. At first, I wasn't looking forward to the updated graphics and sounds and stuff, but I think it ended up being alright and not too shabby. So, anyway, with that is it. I'm gonna probably play some more of this today, so maybe I'll upload more. Peace.